Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What a Masters Sunday. Rory McIlroy captures the elusive green jacket. The elusive fifth major finally completes the career Grand Slam. Just an absolute roller coaster of a Sunday. Recording at about 8:20 this Sunday night. Going to give my raw reactions of everything, kind of give my thoughts on Rory's round, some shots, the craziness, Bryson, Justin Rose, Augusta National. Let's get into it. Now, first and foremost, I just want to put this out there. Master Sunday is the absolute best day of the year, in my opinion, for the golf world. The first major of the season, Augusta National, does it so much better than everyone else. I mean, not only is the golf course the best golf course they play all year, but the broadcast, the app, all of it, it's just is the absolute best. Even when there's no drama, I still love sitting down on Master Sunday because just appreciating we only get this once a year. Just Augusta National is the absolute best. I just, yes, I'm a little biased. The Masters, as you guys can see, is very close, near and dear to my heart. I have some special memories there with my father, but just an absolute crazy, crazy day. So let's start. Let's talk all about it. Rory McIlroy gets it done. And man, that back nine did not disappoint. Coming into the day, we thought we were going to get a Rory Bryson showdown, Rory Bryson 2, a rematch from Pinehurst #2 last year. It was anything but that. Other than the first four holes, I really don't think there was much going on between those guys. I mean, really just an absolute crazy day. Rory starts out double bogey, Bryson makes par, and all of a sudden his two-shot lead is gone. Bryson birdies #2, and all of a sudden Bryson's one shot ahead. Like that, Rory's lead disappears. The narrative starts spinning. Rory McIlroy can't get it done at the Masters, and he birdies 3 and 4. Bryson bogey, and then from there he's at a 3-shot lead. Going into the fifth hole. And, after that, Bryson was pretty much a non-factor. He was pretty self-admitted. He didn't have it today. His irons weren't the greatest. Props to him. He's still a top 5 player in the world, but just didn't have it. I think he'll get one at some point. As somebody who had a ticket on him, it is disappointing, but just didn't have it today. It is what it is. But let's talk about the back nine. We always have that cliche on Masters Sunday that the tournament doesn't start until the back nine on Sunday. Rory McIlroy famously blew a big lead on the back nine on Sunday in 2011. And here we are 14 years later, 14 years later. This is 11th attempt at the career Grand Slam. And you finally get it done. I cannot believe it's been 10 years since this man has won a major championship, or 11 years, since this man has won a major championship. But you saw just the emotion on him when he made that putt on 18. Just, he let it out. But let's start on 10, right? I mean, birdie's 10, hits that Hideki, whatever, one hand to 8 feet. And I'm like, he makes that birdie after birdie 9. I'm like, it's over. This guy's going to cruise. And man, anything but that. Bogeyed 11. Meanwhile, Justin Rose is 4 holes ahead, birdieing every hole under the sun. And, I said on the live stream that I did earlier today that if Rose posted 12 under, it would be a very good finishing number. Lo and behold, that would have been won the tournament. Anyway, no, I just, give myself a little tap on the back there. But no, after that, I mean, it's anything but that. He makes a really good par on 12 and 13. He tries to play safe. And I don't know if I really agree with playing safe. I feel like he should have felt like he should have went for the green on 13, but lays up. And then from there, he's in a perfect flat spot to a back right pin, 50 yards left with a backboard and a sideboard, hits it in the water in Rays Creek, makes 7 on 13. And all of a sudden, it's over. He's what just happened? Bogey's 14 to fall out of the lead after Justin Rose gets to 11 under. And all of a sudden he's chasing. He went from up 5 to down 1, or up 4 to down 1. And it's just an absolute crazy Sunday. Then he goes to 15 with that unbelievable set. I mean, let's just take a second and pause to appreciate this man's greatness. That shot on 15, I do not think people realize how much that shot has to hook around that tree. He hits that 7-iron to about 8 feet, misses the eagle putt. Unfortunately, would have been really cool to play that whole eagle on the weekend. But that was just, that's one of the best shots I've ever seen live. I feel like everyone has their moment. We've seen Jack have a moment on 15, Tiger have a moment on 15. This was Rory's moment on 15. Hits a great shot on 16, just narrowly misses the birdie. And then from there, he goes to 16, goes to 17, hits it up that hill for 199. Go, as he's chasing it to 2 feet. Hits it off 18T in the fairway with a wedge in his hand. Everyone's like, that's it. 1-shot lead after the birdie on 17. Flares a gap wedge right into that bunker. Misses the putt. And all of a sudden, he's in a playoff with Justin Rose at 11 under. Just an absolute crazy back nine. Ultimately gets it done in the playoff. Hits that great shot up 18 again. That's such a tough tee shot. He stripes it, has identically almost the same identical yardage, I believe, 125 up the hill to that front left flag with the backboard. After Justin Rose stuffs, Justin Rose hit a very good shot there in the playoff. He stuffs that gap wedge to 2.5, 3 feet, makes the putt, and you could just see after that raw emotion how much scar tissue has been built up from Rory Mcilroy over the last 11 years at Augusta. There's always this talk of, is he going to get it done? Is he going to get done at Augusta? Is he going to get it done? All the greats have won a Masters. Is he going to get it done? He finally gets it done. He just let it all out. And it was so cool to see just that raw reaction from him. He got very emotional, very teary-eyed. Like I said, just let it all out. And props to him for getting it done. Just resilience was the name of the day. I don't know. You got whatever you guys think. Mention your comments down below what you guys thought of Rory's performance on the back nine today. A few shots that I want to call out and that he called out in his press conference. So he hit a couple very important shots today. He said the shot on 3 was second shot on was very important to make birdie there. The shot on 4, I don't think people realize how hard number 4 is of a par 3. For him to hit a 4-iron in there to like 8 feet to that tucked flag over a bunker, made that for birdie. Another great shot, a great shot from 7 from the trees. A bad shot on 13, a bad shot on 11 that almost went in the water. That great shot in the 17, the really good shot in the 15, the missed shot wedge in the 18. Just an all in all roller coaster of a day for Rory Mcilroy. Like I said, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Just want to take a quick second. Shout out Justin Rose. Man, that dude is owed a Masters. He has played so well at Augusta National. He's one of those grindy veterans with one major. A second major would go a long way for him. Props to him. That was an unreal birdie he made on 18 to get to 11 under. Knew he had to make it. I think that's the Adam Scott putt, that he made in the playoff. But just shout out to Rosie. I really, that dude is all-time resilient. 65 the first day, kind of shot himself out of it with the 75 yesterday to shoot 66 today, 9 better with 10 birdies. That man's owed a green jacket. I hope he wins one before his career. A few other guys, like I said, Bryson just kind of shot himself out of it. Ludwig was in it until he wasn't, kind of made a mess of the last 2 holes. Played those last 2 in 4 over par just to shoot himself out of it. Patrick Reed with the hole out on 17. It's just a crazy back nine. One of the best Masters in the recent, in my recent memory. The last few have not been the most compelling on Sunday, but this one had every drama on every hole. Bogeys, birdies, double bogeys, triple bogeys, and it's just like, man, like I said, good for Rory Mcilroy finally capturing that elusive green jacket. He gets to play at that tournament until he no longer wants to play, which I think is super cool. If you guys don't know, the winner of the Masters gets to play for life. So basically he can play until he's 70. Heck, if I won the Masters, they'd be wheeling me out there in a wheelchair. They'd have to bury me on that first tee box because I would never not want to play that. Bernard Langer almost made the cut in his last Masters, won in 85 and 87, I believe. I can't, don't quote me on that, but, played his last Masters this week, almost made the cut. Just an absolute credit to golf. And like I said, the Masters is the best tournament of the year. It just goes to show you how great the golf course is. Rory shot 72 on Thursday, lost to Fred Couples, 65-year-old who shot 71, right? It just goes to show you that you don't need to be the best player in the world to shoot a good score. And it really just goes to show you, like, I think the outside of Rory McIlroy, the biggest winner of this week and was us, the fans, but also, man, Augusta National, like I said, it's so great. It really is just an awesome golf course. The aura around it, the perfection. I feel like it brings out the best in people. And it just goes to show you, like I said, golf is a crazy game. You never know what can happen on Sunday at a major championship. But just an all-time great Masters. Really enjoyed watching it. Rory getting it done. Congratulations to Rory McIlroy and his team. Sad that we have to wait another 364 days or whatever it is for next year's Masters. But man, I can't wait. Hopefully we'll be on site for that next year. But that's going to be it for me, guys. I hope you have a great week. Just like I said, a quick raw reaction to the Masters Sunday. Like the video. Leave a comment as to your thoughts. Hit that subscribe button. Peace.